Hi everyone, this is TJ, the Backpack Trader. In the last video, I talked to you about reading patterns and price action to know what's coming next. Anyone can predict the market, but that doesn't mean whether they are right or wrong really has any lasting significance. What I've learned over all the many years of trading is that the price action itself tells a story because it knows more than everyone else. The sum of all the participants seems to have a way of pushing the price where it needs to go, and it creates patterns that repeat over and over because it's a reflection of human nature, and human nature doesn't change. Now, I realize some people don't prescribe to that philosophy, but I do, and it has served me well. So I thought that in today's video we would walk through the QQQs. This is a market that has just been amazing, hitting all-time new highs, and I wanted to take you all the way back to when the market crashed due to the tariff announcements. And the price action itself predicted a short. You can see the entry here. Now you could sell short the shares, but I prefer to use these stock patterns, the patterns of the actual shares of stock, to signal options trades. So I went ahead and typed in possible option trades here regarding each of these setups. Now if you remember, the little plus sign here is the entry. The dots below are various targets that you could take profit at any of them. I marked up some of them. I didn't go through and mark up all of them. It would have been a very messy chart, but you'll get the idea. These targets are predictions that the market will get there based on the current volatility. It's totally adjusting itself to market conditions, which is why this has been a strategy that has worked so well for so many years, and it continues to be amazing. So just looking at the short trade, you could see how just a few days later it blasted through all the targets, and if you were taking profit at target 3 here, you could have made $47 a share, or because of the extreme volatility, a June 466 put, which is slightly in the money, would have netted over 259% profit based on the cost of that option, trading to target 3. $3,400, not bad for a few days of a swing trade. And then the market turned. Also notice the colorful line here, the red line turning into blue. This is our proprietary trend mode indicator, which we use with this strategy. It helps increase win rates. When the line is red, you only take short trades, not long trades. And when the line turns blue, you take long trades. Now the line turned blue after this setup, but then a couple days later it turned blue, and we were able to grab the trade as it stabbed through the entry. Anyone trading this, we call that getting in sync. And this trade here zoomed up to a target 2 in a couple weeks. Nifty profit over 106%. And then notice how there was a much smaller setup here. These small setups can be very profitable, especially if they run and run and run, because the risk is much smaller. This one only was able to stab up to target 1 until stopping out over here at break even, but it still managed a nifty 16% return based on the cost of these September options just a few days after triggering in. So 16% in a few days, not bad. And it continued higher. Notice there's some short setups, but we're ignoring them. The line's blue, they don't trigger in anyway. Instead, another long trade sets up. And again, remember, the immediate past predicted the setup. Here's the entry. The targets are above the chart. Those targets are the prediction of the immediate future yet to come, because all trading happens in the future. So that one comes up, ultimately works its way up and hits a nice target, perfect target 1, for a nifty 28% before stopping out and reversing. Then another trade, and this one also comes up and hits a few targets. I marked up target 2, quick 27%, and you can see how it's marching higher, 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 higher. Well, the market's getting a little toppy. Finally experienced a losing trade, triggers in, zooms down, stops out. It only lost 14%. Not every trade is going to win. We don't need to win every trade. Trying to win every trade is foolish because it's not possible, but we do have the odds on our side, as you can see. Lots of winners, and even the full losing trade was just a small loss in comparison to all the winners. And that brings us up to the current setup, which is a long trade. It'll have to break out to new all-time equity highs to catch it. I'm looking for a 583 December call. We'll see when we get closer. It's hard to say. It may not even trigger in. The market is looking a bit toppy. We've had some real strong legs on the upside, and then finally it looks like it might be faltering here. So rather than try to guess what's going to happen next, I'm just going to follow my indicators. That's all I can do. The broken clock is correct twice a day. I don't want to rely on lady luck. all I can do is take the next trade. And when you believe in your system and you believe in your trade plan and it has served you well over the years, you also acquire the belief in it, so it makes trading a lot easier. You got the full trade. It's right here. You see the entry. You buy an in-the-money call that's several months in the future, a little bit below the entry, slightly in the money. Trade to any of these targets depending on what you could afford, however many options you could afford based on your own personal risk parameters, and then place the trade. Let the actual stock chart guide the options trades. It's a style of trading. It has served me well over the years. It has served my membership well over the years. This one strategy can dance with the market. It knows how to adjust to market conditions. It's not going to win every trade, but it is going to win a majority of the trades. And with these kind of percentage winners, that's all you need. That's what successful trading looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. This is TJ with the Backpack Trader. I'll see you on the next video.